Prince Harry is due to see his memoir released on January 10, 2023, and has already faced criticism about picking the title Spare for his first foray into writing. Biographer Angela Levin, who shadowed the Duke of Sussex when writing his biography in 2018, had questioned the royal's decision to focus his attention on his past grievances with the royal family and the king, rather than his own new family. As speaking to Sky News Australia, Ms. Levin had said, "It is a tragedy that he had used that title, as it doesn't still feel like that, having left the royal family, found a woman he's absolutely besotted by, and got 2 children, an enormous house, and all the freedom he wants." Ms. Levin had slammed Harry, so kind to attack the king, as Levin rages as he weighs into the derogatory memoir. Moreover, she had blasted the Duke of Sussex for focusing his attention on his past grievances with the king, rather than his own new family, as she alleged that the Duke and the Duchess of Sussex wants to destroy the royal family. As Levin, while speaking to Sky News Australia, flayed the Duke for choosing Spare as the title of his memoir, saying it's a tragedy, she continued, as he wants to do what he wants to do when he wants to do it. So for goodness sake, after all the therapy he's had, he should start moving on. As this is not the first time that Levin attacked the Duke of Sussex, because before she slammed Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, over her new revelations about the royal family that she's made in an interview with The Cut. In a bombshell interview with The Cut, part of New York Magazine, the Duchess of Sussex had launched a fresh salvo of attacks on the royals, Britain, and the press, as among other claims that will horrify courtiers. Meghan insisted that she wanted and Harry had asked for during Brexit negotiations was not reinventing the wheel, as she had moaned that other senior royals has been granted similar arrangements. As the article also heard from Harry, who suggested some members of the royal family aren't able to work and live together, and referred to his wife as a model and a mom. Angela Levin, author of Harry's Conversations with the Prince, had appeared on GB News and described the Duchess's arrogance and breathtakingness. She said, "It is breathtaking, her arrogance, her rudeness, and her taking everything for granted and not giving anything back attitude. I think it is too shocking." And one of the most notable moments in the interview in The Cut came as Meghan was discussing the bitter fallout from their Oprah Winfrey interview. Elsewhere in the piece, Meghan suggested that she was returning to Instagram after quitting all her social media, following her wedding to Harry in 2018. However, Davies added that she would later rely that she was no longer sure about doing so, as the interview contained its fair share of eyebrow-raising moments, including Meghan recalling how a South African cast member of the Lion King film had told her they rejoiced in the streets, the same that we did with Mandela was freed from prison when she married Harry. At another stage in the conversation, Meghan, a duchess, suggested that people still viewed her as a princess, despite stepping down as a senior royal. And when Meghan detailed how a fire broke out in Archie's nursery during the visit to Cape Town, the Express reports, however, the way the 41-year-old duchess, who now lives with her family in California, described the High Commissioner's home as a housing unit, and it did not sit well with the royal biographer Angela Levin. As Ms. Levin wrote on Twitter, in her podcast Meghan had called the High Commissioner's mansion in South Africa, where Harry and Archie were staying, a housing unit.